Over 1,000 people were gathered for a tea dance on July 17, 1981 in the atrium of the Hyatt Regency Kansas City Hotel when a structural failure took place. Two skywalks that crossed the lobby gave way, falling and hitting the party goers below. The incident would result in the worst structural collapse in American history. The Crown Center complex, a collection of buildings owned by Hallmark Cards that include both residential and retail space, also include the Hyatt Regency Kansas City Hotel. It was a well-liked location, and the tea dance that they were conducted there every weekend quickly rose to fame and attract large crowds. People attend to drink, dance, hang out with friends, and enjoy a night out. According to all reports, the hotel was doing well. Its construction had ended just a year earlier, in 1980, and it was already a well-known landmark among locals and tourists alike in Kansas City. The lobby has an elegant, high-ceiling space outfit in metal, glass, and concrete. Aside from soaring windows that let in lots of light, it also had 3 walkways that ran the length of the atrium of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors. During the tea dance, these walkways were left open, and people frequently gathered on them to gaze down at the crowd below. They provided a wonderful view of the entire lobby as well as the live band that provided entertainment. Survivors of the accident, which occurred on July 17, 1981, indicate that there was minimal notice before the fall. Several loud popping sounds were then heard. The 4th-story walkway collapsed straight down onto the 2nd-level walkway, which also failed. The combined weight of both pathways crashed with the crowded people on the ground floor of the lobby. Many of the victims were killed, but others survived. They were stuck in the crushed wreckage of 2 walkways, stuck together by concrete, glass, and steel, seriously injured and unreachable to rescue. The disaster killed 114 people and injured 216 others. Issues related to the project management of collapse of Hyatt Regency Skywalk is the ethical issue. The failure of the walkways raised issues that result in a variety of moral issues with the performance of its duties and the delegation of authority. The responsibilities person responsible for this case is the Hyatt Regency Hotel as a corporation, the building contractors, the engineers, and the firms that they are associated with. The majorities of these parties are primarily concerned with reducing costs and making construction easier. The interest creates a moral issue about where cost savings might be maximized without risking the safety of other stakeholders, such as hotel guests. The users of this hotel, as well as the victims of the tragedy and their family, have a right to use the building without worrying about their own safety. This conflicting moral issue brings the worry that individual safety should not be disregarded in order to save costs and cut corners during construction. The moral issue includes the responsibility of engineers and designers to protect the safety of people live while using their designs over cost minimization. The main design of the walkway was initially altered since it was deemed difficult and time-consuming. It then resulted in the walkway's failure. The failure of the walkways may have been prevented if there had not been a conflict of ethical quality and interest among stakeholders.
The next is prosumer issue. The project was moving at a breakneck pace. That means a component of the structure we are already under construction while others were still being configured, details, and authorized. This project type might provide practical challenge in terms of keeping track of all critical things and ensuring the crucial elements. The EOR gave the structural steel fabricator a schematic of how the joints should be configured using a single rod rather than the double rods as wheel arrangement. And he anticipated the fabricator will build the joints appropriate for the state slots. The detail of the joint was subcontract to other subcontract who accept by the design at face value and mercilessly turn to conceptual. By all rights, the shop drawing should be a minor of the finals authorized design drawing. The joint was never designed in this situation since it was never submission to any form of engineering examination to determine. That's all. Thank you.
During the design phase, there were major changes made from the original design, which changed the support element. Many problems occurred, probably because of the fact that the project engineer and the senior project designer of the structural engineer left the company. Both individuals have a lot of knowledge about the design of the Hyatt Regency. Three things that give a direct impact on the failure is because the architect requesting a change of route supporting the walkway, and project manager changed the connections and walkway framing structure, and the connection details were redrawn and reissued. The plan indicated 3 bridges and 2 conditions. The walkways at 2nd and 4th floor were situated one under the other, and there is another single walkway at the 3rd floor. The architect requested a 32mm road to give the walkway lighter appearance, and he insisted into making the changes. Also, in order to eliminate eccentricity inherent in the bracket connection, the project manager wanted to reframe the structure in the area of the hangar. The draftsman turned the details into the contract drawing, but it is missing load and yield strength information, and the changes made were causing tragedy. The detail was cross-referenced at all 3 floors where walkways connected to hangar roads. This is the picture of the original design of the walkway, which the box beam of 4th floor walkway was designed to only carry the load on the 4th floor. And this is how they built the walkways. As you can see, the box beam of the 4th floor not only carried the burden of the 4th floor, but also the load of the 2nd floor. The design that were implied into making the walkway is causing the load to be doubled. This picture illustrates how the walkway collapsed. It is because the upper road pulled out the box beam on the 4th floor, caused by the heavy load of the 4th and 2nd floor, since the road can take the load of 4th and 2nd floor together.
Miscommunication is one of the serious flaws in the construction. Mistake happen in high Regency walkways. A lack of collaboration and communication between the construction company, Crown Redevelopment and steel contractor, Heaven Steel Company. This happened because of Heaven Steel Company were incorrectly interpreted the preliminary sketch by Jack D. Chilliam. This is why communication of responsible is important to both parties when it involves a construction project, because a single mistake could affect and harm others.
The technical issue is a major modification to hotel walkway original design resulted in the 4th-story walkway collapse. The walkway may have been supported by the original plan, but only with a quotation of their lot. The witness structure location was connected by the welding junction leading to C channel, and here was where the board were inserted in the new design. This doubled the strength of the top level platform, which was already poorly designed. The manufacturer of the steel rod objective to use stainless steel rod because they thought that would the damage.